Here we are in section 1.4, exercises part C, with the solutions to number 7 through 12. And we're studying to review for exam number 1. So we're going way back and doing addition, subtraction, as well as everything we've learned previously. So subtract is what it says. Temperature, negative 35.5 degrees Fahrenheit, and then it says 13.4 degrees warmer. This is a plus sign. So we've got negative 35.5 plus 13.4. Why is this in the subtraction section? Because these two are opposite signs, which means we need to do subtract between the two of them. But this guy is stronger, so he's going to win. Our eventual answer will be negative. So let's subtract, but I'm going to keep that subtract sign by the 35.5 so we don't forget that he wins. Okay, 5 minus 4 is 1. The decimal comes straight down. 5 minus 3 is 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. And the negative sign hangs around. So negative 22.1 degrees Fahrenheit should be our answer there. Let's look at that on a temperature scale. Say here's 0. We're down at negative 35.5. And then we get warmer, 13.4. So you notice we don't go all the way up to 0, and that's where we ended up at the negative 22.1. And there we have it, negative 22.1 degrees Fahrenheit. All right, number 8. Negative 8, subtract. That's why it's in the subtraction sign, but we're subtracting a negative 11, which what happens when we subtract a negative? That becomes a plus. Yeah, so negative 8 subtracting an 11. Negative 11 becomes negative 8 plus 11. So they're opposite signs, so we will be subtracting. And so you get an 11 minus 8 is 3. And which guy wins? The positive guy does. So we're all done there. Let's look again on a temperature scale, kind of see what's going on. Here's 0. If we were at negative 8 and then we added 11, we went up past the 0. That would have been adding 8, and we added 3 more. So we added 11, and that got us up to 3. Good, let's check our answer. There it is, number 3. All right, number 9. 13 and 4 sevenths minus 1 and 6 sevenths. Ooh, this one's going to be a little tough, I think. 4 sevenths minus 6 sevenths, we can't do that subtraction because 4 take away 6 would give us a negative number down here. So we borrow. Now when we change this to a 12, that means we're adding 1 over here, which is adding 7 sevenths to this section. So this is actually 11 sevenths. So 11 sevenths minus 6 sevenths is 5 sevenths. 12 minus 1 is 11. So 11 and 5 sevenths. Let's double check our answer. 11 and 5 sevenths. That's correct. Now remember, this comes about because we're dealing with sevenths, so there are 7 of them that equal 1 whole. So if you take away 1 whole, it gives you 7 sevenths. Another way of thinking about it is if this were weeks and 4 sevenths of a week is 4 days, when you take away a week, it gives you 7 days. That you guys may need to think on that for a bit. That takes some thought and study. Number 10. Cost $35.20, quantity 17. So they bought something for $35.20 and there were 17 of them. So $35.20 times 17 to get the total cost here. 7 times 2 is 14, carry the 1. 7 times 5 is 35, plus 1 is 36, carry the 3 up there. 7 times 3 is 21, plus 3 is 24. Let's use a different color for that second row, just to keep it the same. I'm going to use purple here. So put a 0 there, because that's not just a 1, it's a 10. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 3 is 3. There was no carrying on that one. That was pretty nice. So we get, when we add them together, 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 5 is 9. 2 plus 3 is 5. And we look to see how many decimal places up here, and it looks like there's just one. So that's 598.4. So the total is 598.4. And our answer is in dollars. So we could add a zero there and say $598.40. All right, number 11. 369 times negative 23. So this is going to be 369. We're going to times by 23. And this negative sign, we just need to make sure that at the very end we have a negative. We have positive times a negative. So let's do this. 3 times 9 is 27. Carry the 2. 3 times 6 is 18. Plus 2 is 20. Carry the 2. 3 times 3 is 9. Plus 2 is 11. Good. Let's use a different color for that second row. Put it right there. There we go. Put a 0 down there. 2 times 9 is 18. Carry a 1. 2 times 6 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Carry the 1. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 is 7. So when we add those two together, we get 7 plus 0 is 7. 0 plus 8 is 8. 1 plus 3 is 4. 1 plus 7 is 8. And remember that it's positive times a negative. Our answer should be negative 8,487. Let's check these two answers. Number 10, 598 and 40 cents. And number 11, negative 8,487. Excellent. Number 12. Oh, multiplication of fractions. We like this. 4 times 11 is 44. 5 times 12 is 60. And does this reduce? Yes, it does. And we can actually reduce ahead of time. We could see, hey, there's a 4 up at the top and there's a 4 in the bottom. We're going to reduce this guy by 4. So it'll be 11 out of 15. Check our answer. And there we have 11/15. Excellent.